Gyroscope. What is a gyroscope? A gyroscope or gyro is simple a spinning mass. Gyros are used in ships, aircraft, even in space shuttle to provide orientation references. The first thing I noticed about the spinning gyroscope is that it resists the attempts to change its position. The spinning wheels is creating a force that holds the gyroscope upright. When the wheel stops, the force disappears and the gyro falls. Incredibly, this force will support the gyroscope like this. It appears to be levitating. A spinning gyroscope will balance on a string. You can even lift the gyroscope with a string. Loop it around one end. When things rotate around an axis, they have what's called angular velocity. By having velocity, we have an angular momentum of this spinning mass. A spin angular momentum has the property of stabilizing. Take a quarter and put it on the table. It falls. Now roll it, and you gave it a spin, and it will have an angular momentum, and it will stand stabilized. While you're rolling on the table, it balances. This momentum results in two very useful properties of gyros. 1. Rigidity in space. Rigidity in space is the tendency of a gyroscope to remain oriented in space, which simply means that the main spin axis will remain pointing in the same direction. If the gyro is mounted in a gimbal, as the base rotates around, the gyro will remain in place. This property is used to determine the orientation of the base. In short, rigidity in space allows us to measure orientation or angular position. It is known as angle gyros, and an example is gimbal. 2. Gyroscopic precession. What happens if we try to force gyros out of its orientation? The answer is precession happens. This effect makes a gyroscope unwilling to tip over. And gyroscopic precessions allows us to measure the rate of change of orientation. It is known as rate gyros. The gyro must be calibrated. This is usually done by keeping the gyro still and zeroing all of the readings in your code. So, how am I going to calibrate my gyro? I did this by trial and error and found these values. The offset is specific to each board. Check yours using the serial oscilloscope. It works perfectly. Any movement will cause opposite response of the perpendicular axis. It stops the movement. The axes are zeroed. So there you have it. It's an overview of gyroscope. Be sure to follow us in this awesome project, J3 Balancing Car. Until the next time, thanks for watching it. Best J3.